Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa and I'm your cruise director on the Magical Mystery Tour. Today we're doing a full face of K-Beauty. So if you want to see what that looks like, stick around and find out. But first, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell to be alerted to any new uploads. And if you like this video at the end, give it a big thumbs up. Let's get to it. I've got a few products that are double ups in the same category, so this will probably be a part one and I'll do a part two. I've picked up an eye cream, the Saem eye cream. It's a cooling eye cream. It's a bit cute. I picked it. It was a novelty. This wasn't something that it's got a cap like a lot of the stick foundations do. There's a slight scent to it, but not a huge amount. This is really cooling. It does say it's cooling, doesn't it? It says it's hydrating. Iceland, I mean, it's named what it's meant to do. Super hydrating. I'm feeling quite scaly around the eye area post swelling, and as I'm filming I'm still taking Phenergan to try and get the remainder of the swelling down. So my reaction was it was my own fault because I believe it was to an out-of-date skincare product. But more concern was I had you can just see the last bits. I had a rash all around my neck and I had constriction in my throat, so which was what was more concerning to me than anything else. I said I didn't have a glow base. I didn't have a base, so I'm just using the Heimish glow base. This has got SPF 50 in it. I don't need it here at the moment because Tassie's UV is sitting at 0.1. But we're putting a base down. So next up, I have two foundation products. I have used this one already. I have not used this. This is the Tear. I'm going to save that for another video, and I'm going to use this because it is from the Saem as well. It is their Perfect Pore BB cream. I have used this a couple of times and I do really rate it. So this is 30 mils. This cost me on sale, I want to say about $11. I think it's about $15 full price. Shade range is absolute trash. It is only designed for pasty white girls like myself. Oh, I've just cleaned my brushes and they're all out there drying. I need to grab a few brushes. So I will start applying this with a brush first and then go over it with a sponge. Well, I'll do a brush on one side, a sponge on the other. So yes, the shade range in this is absolute trash in that I think there's only about 3 or 4 shades. Obviously this is not aimed at a wide variety. This is definitely aimed at the Korean market and not the Western world because of the shade range. But if you do happen to be the same shade family that I am, this is beautiful. It says that it blurs your pores, and it certainly does. So, there's a bit of fluff there. Oh yeah, you can see it's made for pasty people like me. Going in now with a sponge on this side. And you can see the coverage isn't as much. I prefer this side, so I'm going to put some more on. I'm not going to bother doing the rest of my face. I just like the coverage on this side better. I think it works really well with the product. So brush application, and what I will do is then go over it when I'm finished with the sponge, just to ensure there's no brush marks. Oh. Just down and around. This has, I think this is like an SPF 15 or something, but again, if it is, because I can't read the box at the moment, don't rely on this as your main form of sunscreen. Just because. And it's the same with what I just put on my face. I wouldn't rely on that either, though that did smell very, very sunscreeny. I do prefer a dedicated. Okay. Just, look how white I am. Let's just go over this now with the sponge. And you can see, like, that's quite a nice. Next up I have two concealers here. I actually have got a third here, but I'll show you that in a second. So this is a brightening. So I'm just going to use that in that area there. And then going in with the normal concealer, just putting that on the outer corner and just there. So starting with the brightening, I just want to brighten that inner corner. Now you could go all the way across and then go over with this slightly darker concealer, which is sort of colour correcting, but I don't want quite that much concealer on my face. And now bringing this one up and across. See, that's covering up that pink concealer a bit. And the same on this side. And just dapping that around the nose. So that you can see this darker concealer. I haven't gone really light with it. I'm keeping it close to my actual foundation shade. Now next up I have a pencil concealer. This has been out for a while apparently. So was it Lisa Eldridge or Victoria Beckham brought out a pencil concealer? This is their version, and I've got a pimple there. I have used this already. Tapping that there, just seeing if I've got any other tiny little spots I want to conceal. I don't think that I have, which is good. Let's just double check. Okay, I've got a couple of little pigmentation spots, so let's just do them and make them disappear. Now while this is completely air drying, I'm just going to do my brows and I'll be right back because I've got an eye primer. Okay, so they had an eye primer and I thought, why not? Let's check it out. So I think it only came in the one shade, to be honest. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, see, this is not, I like my primers. I know a lot of people are fine with, like, you know, the Urban Decay one that doesn't really have any colour. I like my primers to have pigment to it to lock things down. I'm not sure how I feel about this, to be honest. Let me just work that in. Straight away, that's a no for me. That feels too slippy. By far, it doesn't feel like it's going to dry down. So, underneath my eyes aren't looking good either. So what I'm going to go and do is just clean off, get some makeup remover into this area. This is looking so cakey underneath my eyes, and I think it's to do with that hydration stick. Okay, so I have, you can see I've used makeup remover. Just used my cellar water and gone in and got rid of what was going on around that eye area. That was not real good at all. And now I'm just going to redo this and I'll be back. So I have redone under my eyes and I've prepped my eyelids with my normal MAC paint pot, and they look a lot better. Going in now with, this is a Heimish powder. This is Moringa Ceramide Pressed Setting Powder. So component is very much, ooh, some of these I haven't opened. It's a translucent shade. Let's see how white this is. Plastic, feels really nice. I'm going in first with just a under eye brush. This is meant to be really hydrating. It's got a slight perfume scent to it. Now, let's see how she performs with the puff. This doesn't pick up too much, which is good. It is awkward though, like this and this feel just awkward together. I am going to continue on with a brush just because it feels easier to apply. Okay. God, I'm pale. Not sure about this one yet. I don't feel like it did a huge amount, but it set it down. Now I do have a fixing spray, but we know that I like to, once I've done this step, I like to add some hydration back. So I'm just going to do that with a dewy setting mist, and then I'll be right back. So we're back. Our skin is more skin-like again. I have added a bronzer only because they didn't have any in the order that I was doing. Every single bronze type product that I looked at was sold out. Even most of the contours were. So next up we have a blush category, and I have like 4 here. This is from the Saem as well. So I have this stick blush. I have this moussey blush. I have this little thing here, which I have used, and then this one, which is a powder. So I think I'll go in with a little bit of the stick first. I am going to warm it up. Oh, I am going to warm that up on my hand, not go straight in. brush is too soft. Let's go in. Let's go in. See how we go, shall we? Stamp, stamp, stamp. That's quite nice. The shade's really weird. It's got quite a white cast to it. Okay. But for once I don't feel like I have blush blindness. Anywho, keep an eye out for these other ones. Actually, I will use the powder blush over the top to set, which is quite a subtle looking blush. Going in. All the products will be listed down below in the description box, as will their shades. See, that I really like. That's nice. I have a highlighter now. This comes in pinks and blues and like, yeah, the pinky colours, and then this sort of more golden colour. Again, it is from the Saem. It is the multi highlighter. This is shade 02 and it has 01, which, as I said, has sort of more pinks and blues in it. Oh, don't you hate to mess up a pattern? Ooh. Let's look at that. Can you just see that coming on? All of their products have a slight perfume to them, by the way. Just tapping that on from my finger. It's quite nice, that highlighter. It's not as overpowering as I thought that it would be. Does feel really, really powdery though. Righty ho. We have a lip liner. This was super cheap, like well under $10. And it comes with a sharpener. Can't beat that. Shade that I've got. And just... it's quite a firm nib to it. But it's a pencil, like it's an actual pencil. So they are a firmer formula. That's a nice shade. Nice shade. I now have, this is really cute. This is a mousse candy tint. How cute's that? And that's how it looks. If you just see me going cross-eyed then. Now don't be intimidated by what shade this is coming out as, because it's a tint, so we will wipe it off after. Oh. I do have a palette. This is Cologram. I'm just leaving this. This looks a lot with my lips, right? So this is it here. Don't know how much depth I'm going to get out of this, but let's do a quick look and see. So we'll start in this shade here just to get something happening. Just remember, you're not going to get a huge amount of colour The intensity in K-Beauty eyeshadows are nothing like Western eyeshadows and indie makeup. They're a lot more of a subtle colour wash. So, and that's a super fleshy colour right there. Same brush, going in now with this shade in the corner. Tucking it in, I'm trying to fake my crease and push my hood back because I always do that in any case, but today more so because of the swelling that is still there. So this is where makeup can trick the eye. You see I'm going back and forth, dipping into this a bit because there's not a huge amount of pigment to it. But I'm happy with it. So now we're going into this, still again the same brush, into this slightly darker colour. Bringing that on the outer. Again on this side. And bring that up and really tuck that in under the hood. There is a bit of fluff there. Really tuck that in under the hood there. See, can you see how creasy that is? Not fun. Okay, I have to be quick now because my battery just died and I don't know if I've zoomed in further than what I was. Going into this darker colour in the corner now. And just really pushing that in this area. Alright, so that's just added a little bit more depth. Across the top of the lips we're going to use, there's a couple of shimmers here, we're going to use this peachy shade. These are super dry feeling. They're not as nice as my Colour Ripple. This is a tiny little... that's not going on my finger. Get a little pencil brush, work it in. Rubbish day. If you can hear that. Thanks, Mr. Rubbish Man. Well, I should say thank you because he's taking all my rubbish away. Now, this is the brush that I use to darken out here. So just bringing it under. I'll add a little bit more to that. Maybe on this side. Keeping it pretty simple. And you can see, like, I've got these multiple creases happening here at the moment because of the swelling still. But you can see it's certainly looking a lot better than what it was. I have got a mascara. We are about to dye. So hopefully I can get this on in time. Actually, I'll spray my face first. This is... Whoop. Neogen all day something fixer. I just accidentally unscrewed the top and sent stuff. Nice mister. That's nice and aggressive. Really subtle, nice smell to it. It smells fresh. The mister on that is great. now we have from the Saem the Perfect Curling Mascara. Let's see how we go. Standard curling brush. And I should have probably curled my lashes first. But I'm trying to get this done as quickly as possible before we go flat again, because I can see it's about to. Okay, we've probably changed focus distance again. The camera did go flat again, so we are doing a quick wrap up. Don't like the mascara. It's fine, but I need more volume and I need more length to it, quite frankly. So it's a curling mascara. It did what it said it would do. It also did get on my eyelids. I'm waiting for that to dry to scratch off. I have wiped off the tint and put a clear gloss on. So this is what we are left with, the tint. I will in the put a pin comment below to say how long that lasted. The fact that I've put a gloss on it may make it not last as long, but it's a good tint. Happy with the eyeshadow, really happy with the foundation. It's the only thing that I don't really like would be the mascara, I think. And that gel, hydrating gel stick, yuck. That's probably okay to use when you're not going to put foundation on. So that is it, my loves. Is this a brand you're interested in checking out? What are your thoughts on the look? That highlight is really nice. Sound off down below. But in the meantime, don't forget to tell your mum, tell your sister, tell your friends, come along, hang out, subscribe. Hopefully the videos that you would have seen earlier on in the week won't have me quite as puffy-eyed. So until next time, my loves, take care. Bye. Mwah.